Are cryptocurrency transactions actually anonymous? Since the original 2008 white paper introducing blockchain technology, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency transactions have been touted as completely anonymous and private. But how anonymous are crypto transactions really? Earlier this year, $3.6 billion in Bitcoin was seized from a Manhattan couple who were arrested and charged with money laundering in connection with a 2016 hack on the Hong Kong cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex. It was the largest financial seizure in the Justice Department's history. Law enforcement went to great lengths to trace the illicit funds, including tracking the stolen Bitcoin through a complicated web of transactions spanning multiple countries. It took 6 years, but authorities eventually caught up. More recently, researchers have demonstrated traceability via unintentional patterns in Bitcoin's transactional data. The bigger a dataset gets, the more patterns show up. And patterns can be identified and tracked. Because cryptocurrency allows for direct peer-to-peer transactions made via the internet, the idea is that only two parties are involved in the activity. No banks, governments or intermediaries are necessary. Although this appears to set up the perfect framework for privacy and anonymity, this year's bust and other examples paint a different picture of crypto transactions. Bitcoin has now caught on with mainstream investors, and this principle of private transactions has become much more precarious. If this financial activity can be traced, then cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is more pseudonymous than anonymous. To understand how anonymity and cryptocurrency relate to each other, CNET sat down with two blockchain technology experts. Dr. Stephen Gordon, who teaches a course on cryptocurrency and blockchain at Babson College, and Feng Hu, Maryville University's digital transformation chief, who works on implementing blockchain tech. Here's what they told us. Are Bitcoin transactions anonymous? No. Bitcoin transactions can be traced, as demonstrated by the recent bust in Manhattan as well as last year's Colonial Pipeline hack, in which authorities were able to recoup some of the ransom payment from the attackers. While there are certain ways that cryptocurrency does provide a level of anonymity, be aware that nobody today can claim a 100% anonymity at this point, Hu said. How is cryptocurrency traceable? The federal focus on crypto-related crime, combined with the increasing sophistication of law enforcement tools to trace illicit cryptocurrency payments, means that such dealings are not anonymous. But aside from the uptick in resources dedicated to stopping crypto crime, there's a simpler reason why these kinds of transactions aren't really anonymous for regular Americans. Cryptocurrency transactions are recorded on a blockchain, which is generally public. At the same time, crypto trades are not necessarily linked to an identity, which provides a bit of anonymity for users. While there are select goods and services you can buy directly using Bitcoin, in most cases it needs to be exchanged into local currency to actually spend it. And converting Bitcoin into US dollars, a heavily regulated currency backed by the federal government, creates a distinct paper trail. If you want to use Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency for buying things, Gordon said, then you're probably going to need to transfer the cryptocurrency into dollars at some point. March 22, Reuters. Bitcoin just isn't anonymous enough for a growing cohort of crypto users who are seeking greater seclusion. A volatile class of crypto known as privacy coins, created with the primary aim of masking the identity of users and details of transactions, has quietly been gaining ground this month as maturing Bitcoin inches towards mainstream finance. Monero and Zcash, among the most popular, have respectively gained 7.6% and 46% since March 1, according to CoinMarketCap data, even as Bitcoin has lost about 5%. The pair has gained 4.7% and 16% in the past week. An index tracking privacy coins more broadly, compiled by research firm MacroHive, has risen 4%. This could be a blip in the wild ride of privacy coins, which conceal more information about transaction amounts and parties through differences in their underlying blockchains. In the past 5 years, Monero's market cap, the total value of all the coin out there, has pinballed from $100 million to $6.8 billion to $3.4 billion now, according to CoinMarketCap data. Yet the interest in crypto privacy coincides with Bitcoin's diminishing function as an anonymous currency. It also comes against the backdrop of war in Europe, a tightening sanctions dragnet and strong noises from policymakers in the United States, EU and Japan about regulating the crypto market. Aidan Arosasingam and Gerard DePippo, of the Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies, note that Bitcoin is not truly anonymous, but rather pseudonymous, where coins can be held in wallets opened under alternative or false names. If a wallet can be linked to an entity or person, the actor can be identified, they wrote in a report in the context of the possibility of crypto being used in Russia and Ukraine to move funds. Their transactions and wallets can be traced. Volatility aside, though, there are several obstacles that keep privacy coins from being a top-tier altcoin, or alternative to Bitcoin, which has a market cap of around $776 billion. Some major crypto exchanges do not list privacy coins due to their potential for illicit activity. For example, daily trading volumes for Monero have mostly been under $250 million this month, while altcoin Ripple sees more than $1.5 billion changing hands each day. Privacy coins will probably grow. The challenge is that you have to do a lot of things. Do make them anonymous that make for a horrible user experience and adds big transaction costs, said Dave Seymour, CEO at asset management firm Wave Financial in Los Angeles, who owns some Monero coins. Tracing the last Satoshi. Privacy coins have evolved in recent years as the ability of authorities to track blockchain activity for Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies has become more advanced. Coins can, with some effort, be traced back to the very last Satoshi, Bitcoin's smallest unit. Tunis Brozins, head economist of digital finance and regulation at ING, said in a note. Recent reports of ransomware money being recaptured, and arrests made for crypto exchange hacks made years ago, attest to this progress. Large regulators have the crypto market in the sights, with efforts intensified by concerns that Russian oligarchs and other sanctioned people could use Bitcoin to clandestinely move money. U.S. senators have introduced a bill that could give the president power to sanction foreign cryptocurrency firms. The European Union has also voted in favor of comprehensive digital asset legislation. Japan's Financial Services Agency has said it will punish anyone making unauthorized payments to those targeted by the sanctions. So how's Bitcoin moving? Bitcoin's movements have been contained in part by the Ukraine conflict and the Federal Reserve's hawkishness. The crypto kingpin has been stuck between $35,000 and $45,000 since mid-January, unable to reach the $50,000 level it held at the end of 2021. A Bitcoin long to short positions ratio on Binance is at 1.5, the same level it was at on February 24 when Russia invaded. Meanwhile, data from Glassnode shows a jump in the proportion of Bitcoin supply being absorbed by entities with a low statistical history of spending it. Marcus Soteru, analyst at UK-based digital asset broker Global Block, sees this as suggesting a bullish market structure for the medium-long term. Bitcoin is consolidating under $41,000, as the percentage of long-term holders in the market continues to increase, Soteru said. If a wallet can be linked to an entity or person, the actor can be identified, they wrote in a report in the context of the possibility of crypto being used in Russia and Ukraine to move funds. Their transactions and wallets can be traced. Volatility aside, though, there are several obstacles that keep privacy coins from being a top-tier altcoin, or alternative to Bitcoin, which has a market cap of around $776 billion.